Move the button.
Okay. Welcome. It's Michał Leszczyk, and it's my great pleasure to have as my guest film critic and author Odie Henderson. Hello, Odie.
Hi, thanks for having me on.
Well, thank you, because it's a very special date. Today is the 26th of February, 2025. Oh my God. And exactly a year ago, you and I, we were at UIC in Chicago, talking about your book, Black Caesars and Foxy Cleopatras, at UIC when I was on Fulbright scholarship. And here we are, exactly 1 year later. Time flies, and
Yes,
even as the world seems to be falling apart, there are some things that remain unchanging, and I think that our love of movies doesn't change. Maybe it even intensifies just to keep us sane. Uh,
absolutely.
and I thought of this because we talked on Skype many times before, and sometimes during those talks we played this video book game, and I thought that it was so much fun that I decided to share it with our listeners. Uh, I will introduce the rules in a second. This is the video book, and I will say a little bit more about it. But just briefly, we know you as a film critic. You currently write at the Boston Globe, and we can find your writings at rogerebert.com and Slant, many other places. However, at one point, just like Quentin Tarantino, you did work at a video store, right? When was that, and where was it?
Well, I worked at a video store when I was in university, and it was in Jersey City. It was near where I grew up, near my parents' home. And worked in the video store is kind of funny because I wasn't paid. What happened was, as I mentioned in my book, that I hung out in the video store, and eventually I was such a nuisance they gave me something to do. So I was technically an intern, if you will, working in the video store, and I got free videos, and I got to, just be in the store. But the our store, we had things that most people like Blockbuster and the big chains like Palmer and Blockbuster and Hollywood
Uh-huh.
Video, they wouldn't have like blaxploitation movies. We had all
Mm,
the blaxploitation movies because we had a certain clientele. I lived in a predominantly black and Spanish neighborhood. So you had the blaxploitation movies for, the black kids like me and the older black people that want to revisit those movies. You had Cunty Floss movies. Cunty Floss is the Mexican Jerry Lewis. He was in Around the World 80 Days. Uh, and they were for the Latino people who came in who also liked the blaxploitation movies. We had kung fu movies, all the karate movies you could think of, which catered to everybody, as well as porn, which also catered to everybody.
right, right.
And then we
Well,
had regular movies as well. We had regular movies too, but people didn't really come to my store to rent Back to the Future because they could get that at, Blockbuster. They came to the store to rent Cotton Comes to Harlem.
right, right, right. So were you one of those people chiding people for not rewinding the tape or charging them for, damaging the tape?
We charged them if they didn't rewind it. We had a machine that rewound the tapes,
Mm.
and it would make this horrible noise that rewound the tapes really, really fast. But we did charge you if you brought a tape back and rewound it. It always would happen because what would always happen is we had one of those, things that when the store closes, you put on the gate, the big iron gate, and we'd be pulling it down. It'd be halfway down, like at the store closed at 10 o'clock. It'd be halfway down at 9:45. At 9:56, people would be slipping under it like Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Right, right.
With tapes to get them back so they to avoid the late fee. But the tapes would not be rewound because they probably just watched it, finished watching it 30 seconds before they ran under that gate in the store. So we charged them for that. But I didn't really chide them for that. But I would chide them for is they picked up a movie I thought was bad.
Ah, okay.
And I would say, put that back. That's not a good movie. Put it back. They would never listen to me. But that was that was the one part of my job that they actually didn't want me to be an intern for, was
So
like
you,
telling people not to rent this movie.
so that was your first film critic job in a way.
technically it was my first film critic job, that except I wasn't writing anything. I was basically there live in person. So I was even like more closer than Siskel and Ebert because I was literally with you,
Right, right,
taking the
right.
tape from you.
Okay, so let's walk down the memory lane. This and this needs a context because, I grew up in Poland in the 80s, and we didn't really have video until 1991 after, the communism fell and stuff. And this is Video Comfort, which is the official catalog for Polish video distributors. So this is a book that was actually published in 1992, and this is a book that a catalog that Polish really video store owners will get to see what's available, what's what can they order into their stores. So it's not like for regular use; it's for really the store owners.
It's
And
trade. We had something similar to that
hmm,
as well, telling us how much it would cost and what distributor was and so on.
exactly. So what it is really a time capsule because I got it on Polish eBay just for a couple of zlotys. So by now, it's just, it's worthless for many people, but it's priceless for me because it's really it holds some special magic to someone, I grew up watching films on video. Our game really consists of you naming a page, and I will tell you what's the limit here. Although some pages are ads, so I will just
Okay.
say that. Um, but let's say it's from 40 till 300.
40 to 300. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I can pick a number.
You can pick a number and we'll see what's on the page.
Oh, let's try 54.
54.
Like
Okay.
Studio 54.
Studio 54. And if there's nothing, if there's an ad, then I will just skip. Oh no, there's
Okay.
nothing. Okay. So the game is I'm just telling you what's here on the page, and you tell me if you remember the movie or not. And
Okay.
okay, and usually I have to say I don't know those movies. You're much more knowledgeable, but we'll see. Okay, so this film, It Takes Two, 1988,
Oh God.
the directed by David Baird, starring George Newbern, Leslie Hope, and Kimberly Foster. Does this ring any bell?
The title did until you said what year it was. And
Okay.
then it threw me. So wait, who's the star of it?
It's a United Artists production, and the main guy is George Newbern.
Yeah. So wait, it takes two.
Okay, I will read you
Wait,
the
wait, it's obviously it's some kind of romantic comedy.
yes.
And but see, I'm gonna get it wrong because there's like six it takes twos.
Yes, yes,
So
yes. Yes. But okay, so there's a hint. I will read you the synopsis.
okay.
Um, if you decide on the eve of your wedding day to buy a bright red Lamborghini, you may expect some big trouble with getting to the altar on time. So there's a Lamborghini
So
involved.
there's a Lamborghini in this movie, a red one.
Red one.
And there's if my there's something about the mafia or a criminal or somebody. The Lamborghini, I don't think it's received by no, normal means, or it's bought and it's actually belonged to somebody else. And then ah, that's kind of what my brain is thinking, but I could be thinking of the Mark Hamill movie, but that was a Corvette. Uh,
Right. Right.
but I mean, this sounds closer to what I'm thinking about. And then the guy has to get to the wedding and he's being chased by some faction of criminal. And this is his midlife crisis Lamborghini. And it's definitely, that sounds like the perfect plot of an 80s movie. But I could be completely wrong. So I
Okay.
don't want to say that I remember this. It sounds vaguely familiar.
Okay, that's a fair try. I have no idea. So what I will do I will. We will see. Wait for the comments. We'll see
Mhm.
if you are right. We will just go to another title because this is all about just trying to remember. But let's actually check IMDb. It takes two 1998. Okay. A virgin 20-year-old small town guy is getting married to his childhood sweetheart. Anxious about the marriage, he goes to Dallas, Texas to buy a new car, but gets duped into buying a faulty supercar, and it all goes downhill from there.
No, I was close.
Yeah, it's quite close, I would say. I don't know anything about this movie. It's just, this is the first time I ever.
Who directed it?
It's directed by David Baird, Beaird.
Yeah, I don't know him.
So okay. So this is the first. So I will stay on this page, okay?
Okay, yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. Uh, okay. This looks like something for a horror fan. I never heard of this film. It's called Spookies.
Spookies?
Spookies, yes. Directed by Eugene Joseph and
Spookies a Gremlins ripoff?
Okay, the tagline on the cover
Mhm.
is "You can smell them coming."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's there was a movie before this. So there was Critters, there was Ghoulies, there was Trolls, there was Spookies. Spookies is some kind of Gremlins ripoff, and if I remember correctly, they're black. Whatever it is.
Okay, okay. I will tell you the IMDb synopsis. A wicked sorcerer tries to sacrifice a group of people inside his house with the intention of using their vitality to keep his wife alive. There are three credited directors to this film. I don't know any of
Jeez.
them. It's Jeannie Joseph, Thomas Doran, and Brendan Faulkner, presumably a late great grandson to William. And Felix Ward is the star.
Mm. But there are definitely some I know I've seen this. Whatever he's sacrificing his people to, whatever he does, it causes some kind of like creatures to come up.
Right. Just so you see
Yeah,
this.
so there we go.
Yeah. Uncut version. Vipco's Vaults. I don't know what's Vipco, but
I know Vipco is, yeah, I've heard of them, believe me.
okay.
They
Okay.
would produce something like that.
Okay. Okay. So this is number two. One second. How do I even s stop sharing, right? Okay. Stop sharing. You can see me now, right?
Yeah, I see.
Okay. Okay. So let's try something from this page. As I said, sometimes it's super obscure. Um, this may look. Wait a second. Colleen Dewhurst and Farrah Fawcett star in this film from 1986 called Between Two Women.
That sounds like a TV movie.
I think it may be. I think it may be. Uh, a young woman and her mother-in-law who are connected by much but divided by everything. A brisk confrontation of two characters. Surprise dramatic role by Charlie's Angels, Farrah Fawcett. It sounds like a TV film.
It's a TV movie. I mean, this is what was it, 86, you said? By
86.
this point, her movie career was pretty much over. I mean, she had done The Burning Bed, which is a TV movie. She did Extremities. I think that's probably the movie that she made after that.
Right. Right.
The both of them are about, domestic abuse.
Right.
Colleen Dewhurst and her. Look up on IMDb. I'm pretty sure that was an American TV movie.
Between
And
Two Women. Okay, just
or it
one.
was like maybe it wasn't TV. It might have been on Showtime, which is still TV.
Between
At
Two
least back
Women.
in 1986, it was still TV.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And I will have one more. Oh yeah, it's a TV movie. You're right. It's a TV movie. Um, it won Primetime Emmy for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a miniseries or a special for Colin Dewhurst.
Yeah.
So she
Well,
was,
she was married to George C. Scott, wasn't she? At one
I think,
point, she was. Trish Van Devere was married to George C. Scott after that, I think.
yeah, and it was directed by John Avnet.
Oh yeah, you know him.
Yeah,
J-O-N Avnet, right? Yeah.
who directed also Fried Green Tomatoes,
Yes, he made
yours.
Five Green Tomatoes. He also was a producer of some of those movies, like Phenomenon, I think he was a producer on.
Right, 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 right. Oh, and this here is I had no idea they actually put it on tape. Dynasty the Reunion. Was
Oh
Dynasty
yeah, that
on,
was that
on,
was
on
that was
VHS?
after the show went off the air.
Okay.
Remember
1991.
Dynasty ended with Moldavia, remember?
Oh yeah,
Everybody being shot up in Moldavia.
the Moldavia wedding, right?
Yeah. And so this was when was that? The 91 or something? When was
91.
which
91.
one? 91, right?
91, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So was Dynasty as big in the States as, then
Dynasty
as
was huge.
Huge? Yeah.
Obviously Dallas was on before and was bigger, but Dynasty kind of usurped Dallas's kind of ratings. So yeah, that's the reason when the ratings started to fall, that's when they started doing, gimmicky stuff like Moldavia. And also remember there was a spinoff, The Colbys with Barbara Stanwyck
Right, with Barbara
as
Sand.
well. So those are running at the same time. And then when the Colbys got canceled, Catherine Oxenberg came back to Dynasty. And
Right.
then she, if I remember correctly, she was the one who was supposed to be getting married in Moldavia when everybody got shot up.
Ah, okay, okay, okay. Was Dynasty something that your mother would allow children to watch, or was it somehow
Oh,
off
I
limits?
watched it. Listen, my mom let me watch soap operas. I watched all my children for
Oh,
decades. I mean, and I watched Dynasty, not with my mother, thankfully, but I did watch it. She did allow me to watch it, and the only reason why was because it wasn't parental discretion is advised.
right.
If it
Oh,
said that, I couldn't watch it, but it never said that.
okay, okay. Um, okay, now I pick the page. We'll see
Okay.
what happens. Let's say 1941. Uh, so many movies. Okay, let's see. Well, th this one is easy, so I won't even mention it. It's the bridge on the River Kwai. Uh, so no, no, no.
Not the TV remake, the original one, right?
No, 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 no. The original one. Yeah, the
Okay.
original. Although there is also a film. Hmm. I never heard of it. It looks like a TV movie, maybe. Uh, it was directed by Delbert Mann
Okay. We started in TV.
of Marty fame. Virginia Madsen stars in Ironclads.
Iron what?
Ironclads. Clads. Ironclads.
Is that like a military movie?
It's a Civil War film.
Yeah. I mean I see her in like I see some soldier. I mean, I remember Virginia Madsen in the 80s. I always said she saved HBO because she was in so many HBO movies. She was in normally they were pretty, sexy, or something like The Hot Spot, which was not an HBO movie, which is theatrical. The movie with Don Johnson and Jennifer Connelly that Dennis Hopper directed, but she made like Third Degree Burn and Long Gone and all of these HBO movies where she appeared nude, and she was really hot stuff in the 80s in terms of HBO
Really?
movies. She was in quite a few.
Oh wow, I
Um,
didn't know
and I
that.
always said she saved HBO because every other time there was a new HBO movie, it had Virginia Madsen in
Ah, okay, okay.
it.
Then in the 90s, she was in some famous theatrical films, right? She was
Oh,
in
she was in Candyman.
Candyman, right?
Um,
Right.
and she was in Sideways.
Of course, of course, of course.
So
Right.
yeah, but no, in the 80s, she was the queen of HBO
Wow. Okay, okay.
movies. I mean,
I always remember that you mentioned that the film that got most played the most on HBO was The Beastmaster. Was that true?
yes, The Beastmaster, which is directed by the guy that directed Phantasm, Don Coscarelli.
Okay, okay, okay.
And it has, yes, Mark Singer is the Beastmaster.
How many times did you see The Beastmaster?
I don't think there are enough numbers, zeros in number. Um,
Right, 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 right. Okay,
HBO stood for Honey, Beastmaster's on.
okay. Let's see what's up here. Oh, this again. So much TV stuff I think was coming out in Poland at that time. So this is a film starring Joan Collins,
Okay,
George Hamilton,
okay.
Malcolm McDowell, David Carradine, directed by Anthony Page. It's called Monte Carlo.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Because George Hamilton was on Dynasty also.
Right, right. He was right.
And so this is around the same time. So this is like mid 80s, right? I would say 87, 88, maybe.
86.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. It was a cheesy kind of like soapy. I don't think it was a mini series. It may have been, but it was one of those kind of things like in the 80s there were all these different like mini series take place in exotic locations.
right,
And they would
right,
have titles like Monte Carlo or like, Paris or something like that. And it'd be these cheesy 4 hour multi. So it would be like the Irwin Allen movies, but instead of them being disaster movies, they'd be miniseries.
right. Did the miniseries Lace begin all that?
Oh, Lace. Oh, Lace was a book.
It was a book, right?
Lace was a book, and then very famously, Phoebe Cates. That's 81. She the most famous line ever uttered on television. Which one of you bitches is my mother? And then they made the sequel. Which one of you bastards is my father? We were joking around saying we're going to keep going on. The curse is going to get worse. You know, which one of you sons of bitches is my grandpa? You know,
And the funny thing is that you actually gave me a DVD of Lace, and I watched the whole thing, and I don't remember who's the mother. I don't remember
um,
the mother. Do you?
I do. I see her face. But I can't remember the actress's name. She's the
Right,
short, the actress with short black hair. She was the
right.
mother. It'll
Okay,
come to me.
okay. This sounds like some cheesy horror film. It's Human Experiments, 1980.
A human experiment. Who directed that?
Uh, Gregory Goodell,
Okay.
Linda Haynes is in it. Jeffrey Lewis and Ellen Travolta. Is she John's sister?
Ellen Travolta is John's sister.
Oh, okay,
Oh, wait. Yes. Ellen Travolta is John's sister.
okay.
She was on what?
And
Oh, Welcome
Jackie
Back,
Coogan.
Kotter.
And Jackie Coogan is in it.
Jackie Coogan?
And Aldo Ray. And
Well,
Aldo
I'd
Ray.
expect Al Durey to be in something called the Human Experiment.
Experiment. Yes, yes, yes.
This one, it sounds familiar, but I'm gonna pass. I don't know.
Okay, okay. I will tell you the IMDb. The IMDb. A demented prison doctor performs gruesome shock therapy experiments on inmates.
Okay, I've seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen that movie. Yeah. What
Yes.
does the poster look like?
This is the, can you see it?
Oh yeah, I can see it. Yeah, to see the guy in the like the headlights, the rear view mirror.
Yeah.
Uh, that looks familiar. That we had that in a video store. We definitely had that in the video store.
It got even some
Well, it got
nods.
nominated for Best Low Budget Film, and it's Sitges, which is a big deal. It won
Right.
lead actress for Linda Haynes.
So apparently it may be of some interest, but then there's Ellen Travolta. Oh, so she appears in Saturday Night Fever, right? For a second.
I thought she was on Welcome Back, Kotter,
Okay.
with John Travolta.
Okay. Okay.
I
Okay.
mean, she may be in Saturday Night Fever too.
Jackie Coogan, Aldo Ray.
Well,
Oh no.
Alder Ray made toward the end of his career, all the movies he made sound like the Human Experiment.
Okay. Okay. Well, I forgot. John Travolta's mom is in Saturday Night Fever, right?
Okay.
I think in the first scene she sells him a hot dog or something like that.
Oh, that's right. Yes, yes.
A pizza, I
A
think.
pizza. This is on pizza. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so one more from this page. Moonwalker with Michael Jackson and Joe Pesci.
Moonwalker was the um. This was a a whole bunch of his videos put
Oh,
together, and it was directed by several people. Joe Pitka had done one because this is from Bad, his Bad album. Joe Pesci played a villain named Tommy DeLeo, who was named modeled after Michael Jackson's manager, whose name was Tommy Ladeo, I think it was. And one of Joe Pesci's worst performances, he constantly screams, "I'm Tommy DeLeo, I'm Tommy DeLeo."
but is he
And so,
singing? He's
huh?
singing? He's singing, Joe
Well, I
Pesci?
mean, Joe Pesci was a singer technically
Right, right, right,
initially, but back when he was Frankie Valli's agent, manager rather, it's a bunch of Michael Jackson's videos put together with this crazy plot about crime in space and um the I think it begat the Stephen King collaboration, which is not in this movie, Ghosts that Michael Jackson did later, which was from
Oh,
Dangerous, if I'm not mistaken. But this is a bunch of Michael Jackson's videos turned into a full-length movie with a plot and a whole bunch of other nonsense in it. Um, yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. Yes.
this is
I
the whole.
actually, I bet you I have a copy of that. The Smooth Criminal video
Uh-huh.
is the centerpiece
Okay, okay.
of that movie.
I didn't know it, but will make a note of human experiments. I will try to lay my hands on it. Um, okay. Okay, so you pick the number now.
I'll pick a number. Let's see. You say 40 and 300. Let's say 130, 131, 131.
131. Okay. 131 is an ad, but I can skip forward or backwards.
Let's skip forward to
Forward.
132. Mhm.
Okay. Okay, so the next available page is 129. So we're on
All these
one,
ads.
yeah,
Okay. 139
many
is fine.
many ads here. Yeah, for videos, for magazines.
Machines. I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's a rewinding machine ad in there somewhere.
probably. Okay, I never heard about this. It's Billy Zane, Grace Zabriskie,
Okay.
directed by Peter Lerner. The movie was made in 1990. It's called Megaville, like
Mega what?
Megaville, like megalopolis, like ville, like
Megaville?
yes, like village. It's a
Mega
sign.
Force, I know. Megaville, I don't know.
I never heard of this. Um, Wait a second. There are only two cities left on the planet: Megaville, which is corrupt as hell, and Hemisphere, which is a fascist city. I mean, this
I would
sounds.
say Megaville and Megalopolis are the only two cities left in America in the world.
I think we are headed to this. Like
Yes, I think so. But it's funny we said Billy Zane and Grace Zabriskie. I thought of something different than that title.
this is it.
Yeah, I never heard of that. We definitely
Where
didn't
it,
have that one.
where it's illegal to enjoy any kind of media except in a place called Megaville. After catching a brutal killer named Jensen, the media police sent an agent, Palinov. Okay, this sounds already bad.
Yeah, I mean we definitely didn't have that one.
Nomination for Mistfest. Okay,
Yeah, that don't sound legit. Mistfest.
no. Okay, so let's see. I mean, th these are some sketchy movies here. I never. Wait a second. Uh,
You can stop sharing your
oh yeah. Okay, okay.
mhm,
Stop
mhm.
sharing.
Yeah.
Treat Williams, Alice Kriege or Kriege. I never.
It's
No.
Kridge. Alice
Krieg.
Kriege. Kriege. She's in Ghost Story.
Yeah, Martin Landau, Jodie May. In a film, I never heard of this. These are some obscure films.
Yeah.
Max and Helen.
Okay. Matt and Helen. That rings a bell. Matt and Helen. Oh
Max,
boy.
Max,
Max.
Max.
No, Max and Helen. Yeah. No, it
Yeah,
rings a bell. Ah,
yeah. It's
Jody
actually
May. Gotta be a wow. What is the
this.
what does the poster look like? What is
I
the
will I
oh,
will show it to you.
yeah.
It doesn't say much actually, this poster.
Okay, yeah, that doesn't look like that's not what I was thinking of. Mm-mm.
Yeah. No, apparently it's some kind of Holocaust romance.
Yeah,
Um,
that one I definitely don't know.
it looks TV to me. Wait a second. I will share the screen. Uh-huh. Max and Helen TV movie.
TV movie 1990.
Philip
Yeah.
Saville. I think that's a name. I think I saw something, but he made
Oh, it looks
Becca.
like Simon Wiesenthal, who was the guy that ran the Wiesenthal Center, wrote
Right.
this.
Yeah.
Well,
So
looks like it's a legitimate movie, but we certainly didn't have that in the video store.
this is
Yeah.
music composed by Christopher Young.
Wow.
Ah,
Yeah, that's one I don't know.
okay. I never heard of this either. However, one second, stop sharing. I'm curious about this one. I think you will know it because it's Talia Shire, in a movie from 1979 called Maxie.
Maxie?
Yeah.
And
It's
and Glenn Close isn't in that one, right?
no. It's Maxie. It's 1979, and Maxie is a teenage cripple girl who is pampered by her father, and she unwittingly witnesses a murder. This sounds like a TV film as well.
It that sounds like a TV movie for sure, but it sounds like it's obviously Rear Windowy.
Yeah, I just remember what you meant when you said Glenn Close. There is a Glenn Close film called Maxie,
Yeah,
right?
she's a flapper.
She's a flapper.
She's possessed by the ghost of a flapper. That's why we used to Talia Shire and you said Maxie. I was thinking, is Talia Shire in that movie?
But
But
that
she's
was a
not.
very, very bad film, right? The
Oh, it's
Maxi.
awful. Oh, it's awful.
Right.
It
You
has a
are
reputation of being awful.
listen, you are off the hook because this film is not even on IMDb. This
Wow. Okay, so I don't feel bad anymore.
no. This is not even on DVD. I have no idea where they I have to investigate. I
Yeah.
have to.
Well, at least the viewers will know that I knew that Maxie was a Glenn Close.
However, this the Maxi that you meant is actually here.
Oh,
Um,
wow. There it
this
is.
this is the Maxi
Yes.
that you meant.
Yes, that's the one that I meant.
And I completely forgot that it had Ruth Gordon in it as well.
Yes. And
Wow.
she's possessed by the spirit of a flapper, right? That's the plot of Maxie.
That tells you all you need to know about this film. Uh,
And
I
she
wonder,
sings. Glenn Close sings in this movie.
she sings, right, right,
Hmm.
right. I saw it, I repressed it in my memory. Okay. Um, this film, I wonder if it ever made its way to the States because it's a Spanish film, which was very, very coveted in these parts because of the sex. Matador by
Oh yeah, Pedro Almodóvar. Oh
yeah.
yeah,
Was it there?
I saw that in the theater. I saw that
Oh,
in the movie theater here. That was the first movie I saw Pedro Almodóvar. No, was it? I'm pretty sure it was the first Pedro Almodóvar movie I saw. It was quite controversial here because it got an X.
an X, right? Right,
Hmm. And so it's Antonio Banderas in his early Pedro Almodóvar career is taking responsibility for murders that are being committed by this woman who stabs guys in the back of the neck with a needle or the thing they kill the bulls with, and this other guy who was an old matador who was gored and who gets off on horror movies. They shows a clip of Bloody Moon in that movie, this Franco movie,
right.
someone being dismembered, and it was from Bloody Moon, which is weird because they do not tell you the name of the movie, but I knew the movie because being in the video store, we had Bloody Moon. Yeah, so it did. Almodóvar's movies did play here. All of them did, sometimes
But the X,
controversial.
right? With an X, with an X.
Yes. Well, I mean,
Okay.
Time Me Up, Time Me Down got an issue 17. Um, sometimes they were unrated. I think Matador surrendered the rating.
Okay. So what about those movies that surrounded the rating? Where would you put them in the video store? Like in the porn section?
Well, here's the funny thing. I told Roger this story that Beyond the Valley of Dolls being rated X, they kept putting it in the porn section. I kept taking it out and putting it on the wall in the
Uh-huh.
regular section. And every time I would come back to the store, somebody that would, that was working instead of me would put it in the porn section. And a guy came to the store and he had the porno spirals in his eyes. He was looking for something to beat off to, and he had a copy of the movie. And he asked a question that people kept asking me all the time that I would never have the answer to. Is the chick in on the box in this movie? There'd always be a woman on the poster on the box. And 9 out of 10 times she wasn't in the movie. They just put her on the
Uh,
box to get you to rent it. But in this case, the women were Dolly Reed, all of them were in the movie.
right.
But I kept telling him, this is not what you want. This is not what you want. Go back and get something else. Trust me, this is not, it's X, but it's not the X you want. But he demanded to see it. He rented it. He was pissed off. He came back to the store, angry as hell. And he threw the video cassette. And behind me, there was a security mirror. The security mirror was to keep, so I could see if any kids are going into the porn section.
Right, right,
I mean, because you can't rob any videos from the store. It's not but boxes. The videos are with me. The guy threw the video and in its case and it hit the security mirror and it shattered into a million pieces, and all this glass fell
Wow.
on me.
Wow. Wow.
And I emerged without a scratch. But we banned it from the video store, and I told Roger, like, your movie almost got me killed. He thought that was funny.
Right. Right. Right.
But yeah,
Well,
we would put it. There weren't many X movies that we carried at that particular point, and by this point, the X would have been replaced by the NC-17 very shortly.
right. 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 Well, bless Roger's heart. Uh, okay, this I may know, but I know the original. I mean, this is a sequel. I think a TV sequel.
Okay.
It's a sequel to Summer of 42 called Class of 44.
Yeah, that was a movie.
A movie. Okay.
Hmm.
Directed by Paul Bogart.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
came
think I
out
saw.
2 years after Summer of '42, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, but it was more of the same stuff, right? Like growing up and coming of
It
age.
was the continuation. It was like Oliver's Story. Oliver's Story was the sequel to Love Story.
Right.
This was like that.
Okay. Okay. It looks like that.
So,
It looks
right,
like that.
following the exploits of who played that the boy in that movie, Paul Lamont in the Summer of '42?
Harry Grimes, Jerry
Gary
Hauser.
Grimes, you're right. You Gary because Paul Lamont's in later
Right.
on. And yeah. And Jennifer O'Neill was the woman in Summer of '42.
This, I bet or maybe it was in the porn section because see here, sometimes you have those videos that are clearly very soft porn, but they are being sold as massage videos. Okay, so this is called Massage for Friends and Lovers 3, Sensual Massage, produced by Ursa Major Films.
Yeah, that was definitely porn.
Uh,
Yeah. That was yeah.
yeah,
Then we didn't have that. What we had was something called Turn On.
turn on.
Turn On were these series of videos. It was Turn On, the story of a sex surrogate. That was the name of it. And, and it was this woman who apparently was a real sex surrogate, and she would record her sessions with the men that she was giving therapy to. And it
Wow.
was not erotic at all. But
Wow.
it was a whole series of them in our store.
Wow. I never saw this page actually. Uh, there's also a cartoon, but I absolutely never heard of this. A cartoon called Clever and Smart. Clever and Smart. Okay,
Mm.
I will just
Is it a cat?
uh I don't know what it is. And
Okay.
it's okay, I will show it to you. It's here. Oh, okay. No,
Action
a
puzzle.
game.
It's a game. Yeah, it's
This
a
is a
video
game.
game. Wait,
So
why would
maybe
that be in your store?
I have no idea. Maybe
Did
this
they
game was.
put video games as well as movies in the Polish video
It
stores?
says no, it says 80 minutes, so I guess it may be some kind of a TV series that they changed into a
Okay,
game.
maybe they took and made a video game out of that.
Okay. So I will just flip it on random
Okay,
and
random.
see what. Oh my God, this looks good. Lots of trash.
Ooh,
Lots
now
of
I
trash.
may actually know some of this.
Yeah, there we go. Uh, wait a second. Donald Pleasance in The Mutations.
Oh God, that could have been called something else here. What's the plot of that?
Wait a second. A classic horror. A mad scientist is
Of
experimenting
course.
on people, so it's just like human experiments, um, until his victims start to take revenge.
That sounds like 8 million other Donald Pleasance movies.
Was he famous before Halloween? Like, what was his?
He was Blofeld.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, he was Blofeld.
okay.
In one of the James Bond movies.
Mm-hmm, okay, let's see here. This looks. Richard Fleischer directs this film.
Uh-oh.
Charles Bronson stars in it.
Ooh, I think I would know this one.
It's called Mr. Majestic.
Mr. Majestic is an Elmer Leonard novel.
Oh. Really?
It's
Okay.
actually a very good movie. They made a remake of it with Jason Statham. He's a watermelon farmer, Charles
Oh,
Bronson.
okay. And
It's a
he is
good movie. It's a good movie.
and
And Elmer Leonard wrote the book.
he's fighting the mafia, right? Or something like
Yes.
that.
They shoot up all his watermelons. I'll never forget that as a kid.
Uh-huh.
They shot up all of his watermelons. This is like 1974, I think that movie was made.
Yes, 1974,
Mhm.
exactly. Exactly. And right next, okay, I need to watch this. For our listeners, Elmore Leonard wrote Jackie Brown, right? I mean,
Yes, he
Panda,
wrote Out of Sight. He wrote
out of
Rum
sight.
Punch, which is Jackie Brown. He wrote a bunch of
Sweet and
westerns that they made
Yuma,
movies out of as
Sweet
well.
and yes. Okay. I think this may be an Oscar winner, but I don't remember for what it won. Uh, Goldie Hawn, Edward Albert, and Eileen Heckart.
Oh, Butterflies Are Free.
Butterflies Are Free. Yes.
Yeah, one supporting actress. Ian Hercott won the Oscar.
Is it about the blind man
Is a
following?
blind? Yes, it's about a blind. Yes, he's blind, not
The
Goldie
actor is
Hawn.
blind. The actor is blind.
Eddie
Or
Albert is blind. No, not in real life in the movie.
okay, okay, okay.
And it's like a patch of blue except with a dude.
Okay, okay. Did it play a lot on TV when you were
I remember it being in a video store. I remember it. I don't know if it ever played on TV. I know I saw it, so very likely I rented it.
okay, okay. So this we are scraping the bottom of the barrel here. I'm not surprised we don't know these films. The Blast Fighter?
The Blast Fighter.
Yes. It's an Italian film, apparently,
Yeah,
but
chances are, what's the plot? It could have been called something else here. There's always these foreign movies. Sometimes they play here with a different name, and
listen, actually,
that's a terrible name.
a former policeman sets out to unleash violent vengeance upon deer poachers when they rape and kill his lost long daughter.
Oh, that sounds. Oh, Oh, good Lord.
This is it.
Oh, wait, but it's directed by Mario Bava's son.
Oh, this is Bava's son. Okay, Lamberto
Yeah,
Bava.
he made Demons, which is the movie he's most famous for.
So this is the Blast Fighter. La Fuerza de la Venganza.
Yeah, the Fighter of Vengeance. That's what that means in
Yeah.
Italian.
It has like a deliverance or
It looks
ramp.
very, very 70s exploitation.
Yeah. It was made by Corona Films, whatever that
Mm.
establishment was. And
It's
the star
directed by John Old Jr., it says in that poster. That's clearly not right. It's Lamberto Bava, obviously.
John Holt Jr. and Michael Sopkiw is the star. So
Yeah, which of course is the English versions of these Italian names they didn't want to put on the poster.
yeah. Okay, so this is the Blast Fighter. Okay, this sounds like I may even have heard of this. Jack Palance in Hawk the Slayer.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
John Terry and Jack Palance, a fantasy story set in a mysterious land in a far, far off
It's
reality.
it's like I'm trying to remember something like not like Lady Hawk, but it's something like in that vein of these creatures, and it's not maybe Lady Hawk's probably a bad example, but it's one of those kind of like mid 80s uh
It's
rip off movies.
brothers. It's two brothers fighting one another.
Yeah. So actually it's early 80s. It's 1980. Okay.
1980. Terry
Yeah, I knew it
Marcel.
was 80s. Yeah.
I never heard this name. Terry Marcel is directing it.
I've seen this movie. I
You
have
saw
seen
it?
this movie. I have.
Two
Yes.
brothers locked in deadly combat till the end of time.
Yeah. So I was thinking more sword and sorcery when I said Lady Hawk, which I guess technically counts as sword and sorcery.
So that was like the right before this wave of films like Excalibur and Lady
Well,
Hawk.
Excalibur 81. Yeah.
Right. So this sort of prefigured that.
And Conan is 82. Conan the
80.
Barbarian is 82. Now there was a whole subgenre of sword and sandal movies, sword and sorcery movies they called them. In the 70s, there was a little bit of a especially from Italian Italy, these types of movies like uh the Fulci movie, what was it called? Began with a C. Conquest and a bunch of other things they would have. And then Conan the Barbarian made them make all these other movies like Red Sonja and Crawl and all these other
Right.
things later on.
Well, this next movie sounds like it was conceived in trash heaven because it stars Stacy Keach, Pia Zadora, Orson Welles,
Butterfly. Oh yeah, I know this movie. I'm
Butterfly.
not
Yeah.
just your daughter. I'm also a woman. That's the tagline of Butterfly.
It says it's adapted from a novel by James M. Cain.
Yes, it's directed by James M. Cain. He did write this novel. I think it might have been his last novel.
The
And
director of The Postman Always Rings Twice.
no,
Oh, no,
Matt Simber directed Butterfly.
no. I'm saying the guy who wrote the novel.
Oh yes, oh sorry, yeah. James M.
Right.
Cain is
Yeah,
wrote The Postman Always Rings Twice.
right.
I thought you said it was the director because that would have been the same year. The Postman
No,
Always
no, no.
Rings
The
Twice
director is
remake is
something.
81.
I think it's a Canadian guy, Max Simber.
Max Simber. No, Max Simber is the guy who I wrote about in my book. He directed the Candy Tangerine Man, and Lady Coco. He also was the founder of Glow, Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. He is trivia note. He is the last director to direct Orson Welles in a live movie.
In this movie.
Correct.
Wow.
Orson Welles plays the judge in this movie.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so Pia Zadora got one of her bought Golden Globes for this film.
Uh, yeah, it says here a wonderful acting debut by Pia Zadora. So it's an erotic film. What is it? It's like a
It's
crime.
trash.
Okay.
Yes, it's one of those softcore porn movies, and in fact, she's butt naked on the poster, if I remember correctly. She's like in a really lacy thing where you can see her breasts, and yeah,
But is she
it's
trying to
really
seduce
smutty.
her father? Is that the story?
It turns out that he's not her father.
Ah, okay.
Spoiler alert. But the movie has it go on. He thinks he's her father. He keeps resisting her. She's coming up like this Lolita woman. It's as bad as the lonely lady is, and I have much affection for the lonely lady, it's far better than this. This is
Wow.
terrible.
Okay. Butterfly. Okay, I have to check this out. Okay, you may pick the number.
Hmm?
You may pick the number.
Oh, okay. Let's see, 240.
240. Okay. Like the videotape of 4 hours long. Okay. Hmm. Okay. So, mm,
That would have been an LP. If you put it on LP, you get 4 hours of a 2 hour tape.
yes, I remember, but you would lose some of the quality if I remember
And if you're
correctly.
on EP, you lost a lot of the quality.
Yeah. This is very strange. This looks like a TV film, definitely. It's Christine Scott Thomas and Jason Connery. I don't know if it's a relation to Sean. Spymaker: The Secret Life of Ian Fleming. Apparently, it's a
But I
biopic.
would expect that Connery would be Connery's kid.
It's
Yeah,
it's
this
a
one,
biopic of Ian Fleming. I never
yeah,
heard of
this one, we definitely wouldn't have that in the video store.
it. Okay, okay.
But it sounds like it's a TV movie.
Right. Let's see. Philip Noyce directs a film starring Rutger Hauer, Terry O'Quinn. The film is called Blind Fury.
Oh, I love this movie. See, I was thinking, I love this movie. It
Uh-huh.
is about the blind swordsman Zatoichi, who all these katana movies are made. The Rutger Hauer plays Zatoichi, but he's not obviously not Japanese. That's a fun movie.
Oh,
It's really good actually. And he's doing sword, he's got a sword and he's, blind, he's fighting people. The climax, someone gets split in half in the climax of this movie.
oh wow, there it is.
It's actually very good. I enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun.
But it says on the poster an action comedy that's out of sight.
Well, it wasn't promoted as a comedy when it came out, but it is
Okay.
kind of funny.
Well, the tagline is Nick Parker is quick as a snake, strong as a bull, not to mention blind as a bat. That's the
Yeah, that's
tagline.
definitely the video uh
Right.
tagline. Yeah, no,
Mm.
this is a fun movie. You should watch it. It's fun.
Okay, I will. I'm
Mhm.
making a note here. I will actually circle it in the book.
Mhm.
Okay, so stop sharing and we'll see. Um, wait a second. Uh, oh, this may be porn or comedy. I don't, or
Oh
both.
no.
Stewardess School.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was one of the teenage sex comedies. There's Stewardess School. There's plenty of. There's Night School. There's Stewardess School,
Oh,
and yeah, this has got to be early '80s.
86 it says
Oh,
here.
okay. So, oh wow, it's later than I
Yeah.
thought. Just later, it's past. There was a movie called Joysticks. I
Joyce
saw, yeah, I saw this in a double feature with a movie called Joysticks, which we had in the video store as well. So that's the reason why I remembered it. But for some reason, I placed it earlier than it is. Uh,
what is joysticks then?
Joysticks is also a teenage sex comedy about a video arcade. It's probably
Well,
in that book somewhere.
okay, it may be, it may be.
Mm.
Well, this is Steward, just for the record, this is Stewardess School. The zany students at the wacky flight attendants school have all sorts of wild and crazy high-flying adventures in this 80s comedy.
And this reminds me, it has Ralph Mouth from Happy Days in it.
Oh, and the tagline is, "Gee, I've never done it on an airplane before."
That is actually the tagline of the movie, yes.
It sounds very 80s.
Yes.
Very, very 80s. Okay.
That's what the American poster looked like. I mean
Oh,
the video.
you know what it makes me think of? Like those British carry-on comedies.
Yeah, this is dirtier than
Like Carry-On Nurse or Carry-On Cowboy.
yeah. There
This is
there was a there was a 70s Crown International picture about a woman who was a spy who was uh on an airplane just basically having sex with everybody. It
this
was Super
sounds,
Chick. That was the name of that movie.
yeah, this sounds crazy. Okay, I will flip the book to a random page. We'll see. Oh, Blast Fighter again. This is the same page. Blast Fighter. Okay, let's see. Oh, this doesn't count because this is the Nightmare on Elm Street page. All the pages Nightmare on
I'll
Elm.
switch to a different page because I know all
All
those
those
movies.
different parts. Do you have a favorite part of Nightmare?
Three. Nightmare on Elm Street three. Three and one are
Three.
the two best. Three is the best, and then one is obviously a classic. But of all the sequels, my favorite is the third one.
It's directed by Chuck Russek.
The third one's directed by Chuck Russell, co-written by Frank Darabont and Wes Craven. Wes Craven came back for the third movie and for Nightmare. Taylor Langenkamp also came back. They kill off her character. And isn't Patricia Arquette in that one as well?
Well, it doesn't say here, but they only mentioned
Yeah,
two.
Patricia Arquette is in that one as well.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. So let's see. Oh, this is interesting.
Mhm.
Let's structure this as a riddle
Okay.
because it has an actor who famously played an android on Blade Runner.
Okay.
So it has it's directed by the guy who wrote the screenplay for Blade Runner,
Okay.
and it also has Vincent D'Onofrio and Delroy Lindo to complete the package. But I guess the director may be a hint. It
Well, I
was
mean, the director, well, two people wrote, well, David Webb Peoples and Hampton
okay.
Fancher wrote
Okay, so
Blade
Peoples
Runner.
directed it. Peoples directed it.
Peoples directed it, and it's got Sean Young in it.
It's got the Roy Batty character.
Oh, right, Rutger Hauer is in it.
Yeah, Rutger Hauer is in it.
Rutger Hauer, Vincent D'Onofrio, and Delroy Lindo.
And the tagline for the film is also kind of Blade Runnerian because it says 2200 AD, and the games with death have no rules.
Oh, this sounds so familiar, but what the hell is it?
I never heard of this.
It sounds familiar now, but the tagline makes it familiar. Well, you got me on this one.
Okay. The Salute of the Jugger. The Salute of the Jugger. I don't know. Wait a second. Let's see.
Mhm. I wonder was that called something else here? Um, that's
Oh, it's
interesting.
actually different. Okay, different title in the
Mhm.
States. It's called The Blood of the Heroes.
Okay, now that rings a bell. Oh,
Okay.
the other one didn't sound at all.
The Blood of
Yeah.
Heroes.
The Blood of Heroes. This is oh yeah, that we definitely had that in the video store because that poster I remember Rucker Hauer because it looked a little bit like Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence. The
Yes,
poster,
yes.
I mean.
In a future where most of mankind and technology is wiped out, six people travel from place to place, playing a brutal form of football with a dog skull. They hope one day to play in the league in the city.
Yeah, it's well, David of Peoples, how the mighty has fallen. Yes, you
Yeah.
also run Unforgiven.
Oh, right. See, here's Salute Jagger.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Okay.
actually Polish. This is the Polish cover
Oh wow.
of Poland here. Yeah.
Okay,
So
so I've heard we definitely had this one in the video, so I've heard of it. I've probably seen it, but I don't remember very much.
right. Okay, let's see. Uh, oh, this sounds vaguely familiar. Richard Dreyfuss and Amy Irving and Lee
Oh,
Remick.
the composition.
The competition, yes.
The
So,
competition is in 19, I think it's 1980. It's a movie about a national competition, and it is notable because the Amy Irving got a Razzie for this nomination, a Razzie nomination for this movie. I think she got an Oscar nomination for it as well. I think she was the first
oh,
person to do that. It's not a good movie at all.
it's piano competition or
If I remember correctly, it was a piano competition. Yes,
okay. It's competition.
it's this 1980, right?
Yes, 1980. Yes,
Hmm.
yes. Lee Remick and Sam Wanamaker, and this is it. He has
Yeah.
been working for this moment his entire life. This is
Yep. I remember that poster.
for her. This could be the beginning, and it would be
Yeah.
the perfect love story if it weren't for the competition.
Yeah. And ugh.
Piano,
So
yes.
scroll, yeah, it's piano. Scroll down and look at the nominations here.
Joel
It's
Olyansky.
two Oscars. So click on the nominations.
Two Oscars, editing,
Uh-huh.
music.
Okay. So I was
Okay,
wrong about it, but I was right about the Razzie Award
Razzie,
nomination.
actually, Richard
Richard
Dreyfuss.
Dreyfuss got it. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I
This
was
looks,
wrong about Amy Irving. Sorry, Amy.
this doesn't look good.
No, it's very, very bad.
They broke the cardinal rule of the competition. They fell in
They
love.
fell in love. Yes, that was the actual that was on the poster.
Okay, this is, I bet it's a TV film, but I'm intrigued because it was directed by Diane Cannon and it stars Diane Cannon
Hmm.
and John Hurd. It's called The End of Innocence.
That was a movie.
That was a movie?
It
Okay,
was a movie. It played in the theaters. I don't remember what it's about though.
let me see. Okay, it's 1990. It's directed by Diane Cannon. Seemingly autobiographical story of a woman overwhelmed with trying to please everyone except herself. Sounds like Night Bitch. And and
Does
not
Diane
finding
Cannon turn into a dog?
not finding any answers until she's admitted to a rehab center. Eventually here is where she finds answers.
Ah, okay. Yeah, they all passed. Sorry, Diane. Yes, I knew it was a movie.
Hmm. Diane Cannon, I didn't know she directed.
She wrote it too, apparently.
And apparently she got some good notices from people like
Yes.
Kevin Thomas,
I wonder if Rex reviewed it.
Ella
No.
Taylor.
Ella Taylor from Variety, from LA Weekly.
Hmm. But see, I never, I had no idea that she directed the film. Okay,
Hmm.
I have to, I have
You
to
can throw
invest.
that on your list. It might be interesting.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay, your turn to give me a page.
Let's see. Let's go back to let's say 75.
75. 75. 75. Okay, well, one of these is a timeless classic.
Ha,
Uh, Zach Galligan, Phoebe Cates.
Gremlins
Yes, Gremlins.
or Gremlins too. It could be either or.
Actually, both are here.
Okay.
Yes, so do you remember when you first saw the Gremlins?
Yes. Um, I remember my cousins had seen it before I did, and we saw it at the Hudson Mall Cinema in '84. It was summer of '84. And my cousin had told me a little bit about the movie before I saw it. I was doing all these commercials and we see it and I asked my cousin, was it scary? And he said no. Uh, and yeah, I remember going my mom dropping us off to see Gremlins at the Hudson Mall. And my mom went shopping and she came and picked us up. We decided to watch it twice. We told her we were going to watch it two times, even before, because my cousin's already seen it, so they wanted to
Okay,
see it twice. So yeah, I do remember seeing Gremlins. It was had to be maybe June of '84.
but people were shocked by the violence, right? Then.
Oh, we weren't shocked by the violence. We were bad, sadistic kids. The people were shocked by the violence because Gremlins was marketed to children. See, that's the whole thing about the PG-13. People were screaming bloody murder about Indiana Jones, but Indiana Jones wasn't marketed for kids. Gremlins was. And so Gremlins is the nail in the coffin because no one was taking their kids to Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom because it wasn't marketed for children. Gremlins was specifically, I mean, they made like Gizmo was a toy, and Gizmo was a toy. You could buy Gizmo.
Yeah, until you feed him at midnight, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this sounds like something I might have seen. The tagline of the film, which was made in 1974, is 15 feet of gut-crunching man-eating terror.
15 feet?
Feet.
50. That
15.
sounds like grizzly.
Grizzly. Yes, it's grizzly. Oh,
Mhm.
grizzly.
If 50 feet of man, yeah. He was the bear who was played by a real bear kept changing size throughout the movie. Like, and you never knew how big or small he was. Some one minute he's towering over everybody, next minute he's like 3 feet taller than everybody else. That's what right there, which William Girdler, who made Abby, which is on my cup, of course.
This
Richard
is
Girdler directed Abby, and
okay,
then
which is the black version of Exorcist,
yes,
right?
and Grizzly is the grizzly bear version of Jaws. In
Right,
fact,
you mentioned it
Grizzly,
in your
yeah,
book. You
yes,
mentioned it in
Grizzly
your book.
was so successful that they called it Paws instead of Jaws. Grizzly made so much money that it was insane.
And they got sued, right?
They got sued, and it's one of the bloodiest PG rated movies ever made. It is
Wow.
it is surprise it's shocking that it's rated PG.
So it's the old PG, which is
Yes,
the
the
current R.
PG that I grew up with, the one that I love, the one where you could,
Okay.
a bear could slap a horse's head off.
I have to see this. I never saw this. So okay, so see there's Grizzly. It's on the same page as Gremlins and Grease,
Okay.
which is a film that you didn't like.
I hated Grease, yes.
And that's your first misadventure as a critic.
That was the first time I got beat up over a movie, yes.
Uh, okay, this film is crazy, and I think you saw it actually. I saw it when I was 10, and I didn't know what to make of it. It's made by the crazy Ken Russell,
Ooh, okay,
Gabriel
be
Ba-
anything.
Gabriel Byrne, Julianne
Oh,
Sands,
Gothic.
Natasha Richardson, yes, Timothy
Yeah.
Spall. So
And that poster is fantastic. The box cover is fantastic. Yes, with the gremlin or whatever this
yeah,
yes, that's exactly what it looks like. And my aunt Biggie Vaughn rented that movie based on that poster, and she was mad as hell.
let's just say for the sake of our listeners, this is a movie about the night that Frankenstein was written, right?
Yes. And so Gabriel Byrne plays Shelley, if I'm not mistaken, or does he play Byron? He plays Shelley, if I remember correctly. But my aunt thought it was an outright horror movie. That thing that's there was like going to be killing people, and that's not what it is at all.
Right, right. Well, it's an odd film to be sure. This film I never heard of, but it was directed by Anthony Perkins.
Okay.
It
He's
starred
only done a couple.
Donna Dixon. It's called Mr. Christmas Dinner.
Oh, that's definitely a TV movie.
Okay.
I thought you were going to go to Psycho 2 or 3 or
Oh,
uh,
he directed some of the
he
sequels, right?
directed 3 because Psycho 2 was Richard Franklin. He directed a movie. What was it called? He was the killer in the movie. He directed it. Oh shoot. Um It'll come to you. He directed a really like sicko kind of like Crimes of Passion movie.
Okay.
That's not it.
Okay. See, I don't know if they made a mistake, you know. There's no film of this title on on
Hmm,
IMDb, Mr. Oh, okay. It was called it had a different title in the States.
okay.
It was called Lucky Stiff.
Oh, that was definitely a movie. Yeah.
A
Yes.
plump loser, after being left at the altar by his fiancée, is invited to Christmas dinner by a beautiful woman, but her family are cannibals who
Yes.
resent to have him as the main course.
This was around the same time as Parents, the Bob Balaban movie, which is also about cannibals,
With Randy Quaid.
with Randy Quaid and Mary Beth Hurt. Yes, and Bob Balaban is in it. Um, yes, this is written by the guy that one of the writers of Police Academy,
Pat
Pat
Proft.
Proft,
Oh wow. Okay.
who also was one of the writers of Real Genius. Yes, I have actually seen this movie.
Listen to this. This is great. It's Psycho meets the Naked Gun.
I
It,
won't go that far, no.
so this is how it was marketed. This is the French poster with the guy with an apple in his mouth and
Right,
the
like yeah.
broccoli in his ear. Okay,
In
I'm
film, did Anthony Perkins.
a tasty treat from the writer of The Naked Gun.
Yes, he also wrote The Naked Gun. Pat Proft was one of the writers of The Naked Gun.
Okay, this sounds intriguing enough for me to make a circle. Um, okay, so the same page has a very, very honorable film, which I actually never fell in love with. Sigourney Weaver and Gorillas.
Oh,
in
Gorillas in the Mist.
Gorillas in the Mist, yes.
Yeah, that was the same year as Working Girl. She was nominated for that in Working Girl.
Oh, right.
88. It was 88. Hmm.
And she lost both, right?
She lost both of them, which is the first time that ever happened. Yes.
Hmm.
Because most people have been nominated for multiple Oscars, but up to that point had won one of the Oscars. She was the first person to lose both of them.
Right, 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 right.
And I thought she, if I remember correctly, I think it was Best Actress. Who won Best Actress that year?
1988.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it was
89 is
Rain
Jessica.
Man. So was
89 is Jessica Tandy. So
was
I
it was
remember that
it Jodie Foster for The Accused?
it was The Accused, right? Yes, yes, yes. The Accused. So yeah, I was never that into that movie either.
I never. Yeah, I it's my I forgot it was directed by Michael Apted.
Yeah,
Okay,
Michael Apted directed that one. Yeah.
and music by Maurice Jarre,
Yes. I
which
believe that was one of his I believe he got nominated for that one. Maurice Jarre did. Yeah.
right. Okay, so let's maybe do two more rounds.
Okay.
I will pick a page, and then you pick a page.
Okay.
Oh, this is wonderful. Well, this is obvious, but one of the films of my childhood is Ghostbusters, so it's here.
Right.
And it has the. Do you remember the tagline on the box?
Oh, Ghostbusters?
Yes.
Who are you gonna call?
Uh, this box has the supernatural spectacular.
It was who you gonna call? I mean,
Okay,
I had a Ghostbusters. My cousin had a Ghostbusters poster in his bedroom, and it said, "Who are you gonna call?" And I
oh,
remember when the movie was about to come out, the trailer would say, "Who are you gonna call?" because of the song, and
because of
also
this.
because it say it in the movie. But
Right.
that was definitely the tagline of Ghostbusters. Anything else, you can go to IMDb and look it up. It'll say,
Yes, yes,
"Ted,
yes,
who are you
yes.
gonna call?"
Well, this sounds familiar, but I don't know. I saw it. It's Vic Morrow and Diane Baker in Police Story.
Police Story?
Yes, sounds like a TV film.
It's what if it's called something else in this country?
Maybe. Wait a second.
Police Story. That had to be pretty early, because Vic Morrow died in '83.
Yeah, famously.
This had to be like a '70s movie, right? Diane
Yes,
Baker.
70s. 1 second. 73. Oh, he played in a lot of movies.
Oh, he did a lot of movies, yeah.
Uh,
And of course, he's in the Blackboard Jungle with Sidney Poitier.
So apparently this film is called Police Story, but it's a TV series. It's a TV
In
series.
the 80s, in 70s? Okay, Police
Mm,
Crime Story is the 80s. Oh wait, Police Story isn't that what made Police Woman? Yeah.
Not
Police
sure.
Story is Angie Dickinson somewhere in here?
Let's
'Cause-
see.
But I thought Police Woman was a spinoff of Police Story. And I could have this wrong.
Mm,
No,
well,
so
there's
this
a
is actually
reporter.
yeah.
There's a
Yeah, this is the actual uh series itself.
right. So
Okay, so
apparently this had to be like a pilot, probably. This
yeah, they said to be the pilot, and it won 2 Emmys. It says, do me a favor, go to connections, like click on all topics and go to connections here. I'm just curious about something. I scroll
uh,
up to the top.
to the top.
Yeah, it says all topics in the right-hand corner
Right.
of the
Okay.
screen.
All
You're right
topics
there, and there should be something that says connections. See, connections, the second column all the way down,
featured in, followed by.
followed by. Okay, so I have it wrong. I thought Policewoman was a spinoff of this. I
Okay.
guess it's not.
There are many, many, many police stories then.
Yeah.
Oh, this Policewoman 711
Click on Policewoman. Yeah. See,
stars what?
I thought Policewoman was a spin. Oh, say spinoff. Go back, go down, say spinoff.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Woohoo!
Yes,
I'm
yes,
redeemed.
yes, yes, yes. The first season episode, The Gamble, became the pilot. See?
Ah.
Oh,
So
you were
there we
right.
go. So I knew. I watched Policewoman religiously with my mom. Pepper Anderson, that was the name of Angie Dickinson's character. And when I
Wow.
went to see Dress to Kill, how did I recognize Angie Dickinson? Because she was Policewoman.
But
Right
your
before I got
aunt,
dragged out of the movie theater.
but your aunt dragged you out of
Yes.
for reasons that we won't mention, not to get
No, not today. But so,
not to-
okay, so I have been redeemed on this one because I remember that Policewoman was a spinoff of it.
Okay. So you score a point. I will say, hmm, Daniel Petrie directs The Boy Who Became Kevin in Home Alone,
Mhm.
as well as Burt Lancaster in Rocket Gibraltar.
Rocket Gibraltar is it's a movie about I've seen this movie. I forgot that
8,
Macaulay Culkin was in it. And
88,
Burt Lancaster was in it. That's what it's 80,
88.
87 or yeah. This is around around the same time that Burt Lancaster made a really, really bad movie called Amazing Grace and Chuck.
Amazing Grace and Chuck.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I've seen this movie. I just don't remember too much about it. There's little Macaulay Culkin. Look at him.
an old patriarch unites all members of his family for his birthday, but the group of people are full of personal and social problems.
Yeah, it was, yes.
One
I
on.
remember this. It was on HBO fairly often.
Oh, okay. Right, written by Amos Poe. Okay. And the film you said, the terrible film with
Amazing Grace and Chuck.
Amazing Grace and Chuck. Let's see. Was it his last film?
No, because it's before this.
MA. What year?
It's like 80 something, 85 or 6 or something. Oh wait, I forgot. Wait. You passed it. Austin Weekend is 83. Maybe I
Okay.
got it wrong.
Carol Annie and Bridges.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Just type in Amazing Grace and Chuck in the top. Maybe I got the wrong actor. Amazing
Uh-huh.
Grace and Chuck.
Okay.
It was Gregory Peck,
Gregory
sorry.
Peck. Gregory Peck, yes.
Sorry,
And
Burt Lancaster.
Jamie Lee Curtis,
Yes.
directed by Mike Newell.
Yeah, it's awful. It's a
A li-
nuclear movie.
oh, little league player named Chuck refuses to ever pitch again until nuclear weapons are disarmed. Basketball star Amazing Grace Smith follows the boy's example. Oh, wow.
Yeah, and spoiler alert, they shoot Amazing Grace. They shoot him.
Right. Okay, tell me the last batch of
The
numbers.
last one. Okay, so last page. All right, so you said 300. Let's do
300,
275.
275. 275 is it's Chuck Norris page.
Oh God.
Maybe I can go
So
forward
scroll past Chuck Norris and whatever the first page is got, we'll use
after
that
or
one.
before?
After.
After.
We need
Okay.
to get away from Chuck Norris.
Yeah. Okay. So what's here? Directed by Robert Downey with Ralph Macchio
Oh,
or
it can't be
Macchio
up the Academy, is it?
Up the Academy. Yes. 1980.
That was supposed to be, Animal House was National Lampoon. Up the Academy was supposed to be Mad Magazine's movie, and in fact, the poster used to have Alfred E. Newman on it until Mad sued Robert Downey, or vice versa. And
Okay.
Mad said the movie was so bad they wanted their name taken off of it.
Huh.
Robert Downey Jr. is in it also.
As a boy.
He's not a boy.
Oh, okay, 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 okay.
He's an adult by this. He's a teenager by this point.
Right, 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 right. I never heard of this one.
It's like 80, right? 80 or 81 up the Academy.
80. 80.
80, yeah.
Right, right, right. So,
And they talk about it in Senior, the Robert Downey Jr. documentary.
right,
There's
right, right,
this,
right,
yeah, they
right.
talk about
It's
it in
on
that movie.
it's on Netflix. Yeah, it's
It's one of the first R-rated movies I snuck into because it's around the same time as the Blues Brothers.
oh, okay, right, 1980. In 1981, there's a film I do remember this cover. Uh, you could mistake the title of the film for IRS because the guy is beating on like IRS logo and he's burning money, I guess. Harry's
Beating.
War.
Which one?
Harry's War.
Harry's War sounds familiar.
Yeah, and the only thing it says about the plot it says comedy. So, uh
Why? It sounds familiar, but I don't remember who's in it.
1980, 1981, Edward Herman. Uh,
Edward Herman, who played FDR in Annie.
okay, so okay, the year after this, Geraldine Page, after his aunt dies of a heart attack while fighting the IRS, Harry Johnson decides to take up the cause.
That really does sound familiar.
So he fights with the IRS.
And he probably loses.
Mhm.
There was a whole series of movies in the early 80s that were about this type of thing. One of the more famous ones had Jane Curtin and Susan St. James in it called How to Beat the High Cost of Living. So there was
Oh, right, right,
this
right.
series of movies about taking on the government or the establishment about money. Around this time, there's Take This Job and Shove It was another one based on the song.
Right, right.
So
It says the IRS wouldn't admit they made a mistake on Harry Johnson's taxes, and Harry had no choice but to fight back.
yeah. Okay, Harry. Good
Good luck with that, right?
luck with that, Harry. You know it's a movie if he wins. Uh,
Yeah, there's a Spanish cover. Well, I hope Harry won, but
yeah, I don't think it's
only
worth
at the movies.
watching.
Only at the movies.
Hmm.
Okay, so let's see here. Stop sharing. Whoopi Goldberg and Bob Goldthwait.
Oh God, no. Burglar.
Burglar, yes. I never saw it.
Burglar. But this is going to Whoopi Goldberg's career was going into the toilet. Um, this is before Fatal Beauty, which actually is a good movie. And before The Telephone, which you're Rip Torn, which is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. But Whoopi Goldberg spends the entire movie on the telephone and having one-sided conversations, and then we realize that the phone is not connected. And when they come to take her phone back, she stabs the phone man to death.
Wow. Okay.
But Burglar was a comedy about obviously she's a burglar and she has to deal with Bobcat Goldthwait in his phase. The only thing I remember from this movie was that the cops arrested them and then they shine a light in the Bobcat Goldthwait's face, but they don't shine in his face, shine into the camera. So it shines into your face. And he goes, "Blah." And I laughed. I think that's the only time I laughed in the whole damn movie. And
The
also
top,
there's the theme songs. You can't catch me, not the burglar. Oh no.
well, the tagline for the film is a first-rate comedy about the second-story woman.
Yeah, it was a third-rate comedy about us.
So this
Yes,
was closer to the Polish.
that was the poster of Burglar. Yes.
A funny cops and robbers movie with action galore, says Judith Christ.
Yeah, that's the one of those times when I said, "Oh, Jesus Christ, Judith Christ."
Christ. Yeah, yeah. She liked it apparently.
It's bad. It's not the worst of the movies in that era of her um career going into the toilet, but it certainly is pretty bad.
Okay. Okay, and let's pick the last one for today. It's called. Oh, I think I saw this. It's Oh, this will be a perfect finish of this
Perfect
round.
end.
Yes, because in your book you mention a man by the name of Samuel Ziarkov, and
Yes.
apparently this is a co-production between Samuel Ziarkov and Fawcett Majors Pictures, Lee Majors, Charles P. Jr. and Cornel Wilde and Mel Ferrer.
Is this the Piranha movie?
No, 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 no. It's actually it's the Vikings movie.
Oh no.
It's called The Norseman.
Yes, yes, The
See it?
Norseman. The Piranha movie was called Big Fish, something fish. Killer Fish.
Killer Fish. So
Yeah.
this is 1978. An
Killer
11th
Fish is 80, I
century
think.
Viking prince sails to America to find his father, who on a previous voyage had been captured by Indians.
I have seen this movie. Yes.
This is the poster for this.
Yeah. I've seen this movie. In fact, I saw it at the State Theater.
Oh, so it was a movie.
It was a movie. It
It
has
looks like
Cornel Wilde in it from The Naked Ape.
Mel Brooks film.
It looks like that movie that Walter Matthau made, the Pirates movie, but with Vikings.
Before Columbus was born, a reckless band of blonde giants sailed to an unknown land we now call America.
hmm
There a new peril awaited them, the savage warriors of the Iroquois nation.
And
Thus
you know
began,
why? You know why my cousin wanted to see this movie? Well, you know why we wanted to see it. That's my cousin. I wanted to see it too. You know why?
yeah.
Because you know who Lee Majors was on TV when I was a kid? He was a
Oh no.
$6 million man.
Oh,
I
okay.
showed you that picture of my Christmas that year when I got a $6 million man doll.
Right.
So
Ah, there you
that's
go.
why we wanted to see it because they also Lee Majors famously was married to Farrah Fawcett,
Or a faucet. That's why
and
this is a
and he was the
faucet
star
major.
of The Fall Guy, and
Right.
he's in the new Fall Guy.
He's there. Okay.
He's at the end of the movie. He shows up at the end of the Ryan Gosling Fall Guy. Mhm.
There you go. This still makes me think again of Lady Hawk or something.
Yeah,
Um,
it makes me think about Harry Potter because it
Harry
looks.
Potter or Mel Brooks. You know, when I saw the new Nosferatu,
Mhm.
the second Nosferatu started to speak, I felt like this was directed by Mel Brooks. You know, this sort of heavy accent. It could be like Young Frankenstein or something.
Yeah, he could be like Kenneth Mars or yeah, yeah. The visual look of the vampire threw me because they said he looked like Soda Popinski from Punch Out or uh Dr. Robotnik from Sonic the Hedgehog.
Exactly. Exactly. So this screenshot is from MGM. So it's from MGM TV channel. So
So you
Lion,
can watch it on the MGM channel, yes.
yeah.
On Amazon you can watch it because now Amazon owns MGM, but I have an MGM channel. I should I put that on my list. I should revisit that. I'm sure it's not good at all, but that's why you wanted to see it. But the reason why I asked you was the Piranha movie because that was the one that I remember that Lee Majors was in that actually got like a decent release. Um,
Right.
it came the year after Piranha. Well, 2 years after Piranha because Piranha 78.
78. The Joe Dante. Yeah, Joe
hmm
Dante. Uh,
So, and it was a Brazilian movie, the
so
Piranha movie I was
it
thinking.
was a ripoff of Piranha.
Well, Piranha was a ripoff of Jaws.
Right.
So.
Right, right.
Piranha
And they,
is explicitly a ripoff of Jaws. Um,
and they
yeah.
also got sued, I think.
No, they didn't get sued. No, 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 because it was too far away from Jaws. See, the movie you're thinking of that people got sued was Great White.
Great
Great
White.
White was the Film Ventures movie. Film Ventures got sued because for Abby, and they got sued for Great White. And Great White actually was pulled. Universal had enough pull to have Great White pulled from theaters forever and ever, amen. So you can find Abby. It's almost impossible to find a copy of Great White.
Great White.
Yeah,
See?
so that's the movie that they got sued for Jaws. But Great White actually had a shark in it.
Which year was that Great White?
80.
80. See, it's
Mhm.
not even okay. The Last Shark, was that like a
It's probably called The Last Shark now, but it was called Great
yeah.
White.
Okay, it's called yeah, the Last Shark.
Yeah, and so if it's 80 or 81, and
81. 81.
when
Yeah.
I remember going to the State Theater and seeing a poster for it and wanting to see it really, really bad, and it disappeared. We never saw it at all.
This is the shark.
Well, apparently the shark looked just as fake as the shark in Jaws. So,
It looks like it's laughing here, you know? Yeah.
the shark should have better teeth.
And the eyes look dead, you know? It doesn't look like his, uh,
Doll's eyes, yes.
oh.
This is
But,
just.
but, but can he close his mouth or is it like
I guess
totally
this shark can't close its mouth.
I need to see this. Yeah. See, it's constantly open. I think he only has those two modes, closed and open. Looks like he's singing. Oh my God. Oh my God. I need to see this Tiburon. That's like
So
yeah.
tiburon is the Spanish word for shark.
Ah, okay. Okay. I need to find this film. Uh
You
this
might be
this
able to find it on your side easier.
maybe I will definitely let you know. Uh this concludes this round. So
This is fun.
if you like this video, leave some comments for us. If we made any mistakes or blunders, please correct us. And I have a feeling that we'll do it again. So tell us what you think. So thank you so much, Odie, for this. It was
Thank
fantastic.
you. This is fun.
Okay, so now I will just press stop on
Okay.
the recording.
Okay.
Wait a second. I don't want to screw it up. Stop.